That's the reason why I buy this printer, because from here to compare, this is a build pay from the phone tool, and to compare the size, you will know the difference. Rectangle say is bigger than this one. The shorter size is nearly similar. But from here, the longer one size is much bigger than the phone tool. The major selling point for me is they got an early bird price tag before they launched the product. So it's like a kind of Kickstarter in China. So I only pay around $600 early bird price. After the early bird price, their price will jump to over $1,000 for the regular price. So because they got 300 on the build high, so it's got a most bigger build volume. It's actually over 500 cubic inch on the build volume. It's the biggest I found for around $1,000 or under $1,000. Quite a big box, and they call the Ruby 3D. So let's open it up. Since the printer, how do we get it out? So let's see what's inside the box. I think the box they are meant to be for you to washing the pins. The printer, the build pay, some stuff. And here should be the build pay. This is the solid aluminum build pay, and this is for the to fix on here. So this is embossing. It's got a LCD display. I think it's touchscreen because it don't have any other button. This is the build pay. So let us see what's inside the box they provide. It's including the other parts and some tools. First of all is this plastic box. It's also for the cleaning your resin printing, because after the resin come out of the printer, it's still wet on the surface for the resin. So you need to clean up with the alcohol or acetone. So you can see it's roughly the size of their build pay. And there's some 3D printing parts. This part actually is using for holding their resin. So this is what their resin come with. It's inside this kind of box. ruby fillet, and this should be holding the box on back of the printer like this. And here's funnel and another hose. So I think it's for like this. You can refilling the resin from the side of the printer, so you don't need to get into the printer refilling, and when you take it out, there may be some dripping inside the filter, inside the printer. And the screw. This I think is for you to take up removing the printing from your build plate. It's a metal one, and it's rusting. Rusting also, so it's not so good quality. And the power cable, hand glove, so you have to put on the hand to protect your hand. I think it's something for the medical use. Some paper filter for pouring in the resin, so it can be filtering out any not so purified things inside the resin. And here's a USB drive. It's sealed, but I think they just pre-order it for the software and some instruction guide, that kind of thing inside the USB drive. So they don't need to send you the paper for the menu. Plastic scooper, so you need to clean the resin tank from time to time. And some clipper to remove the supporting, some small clipper. And finally, the fixing nut to fix the build plate. So let's prepare for the installation of the printer. First of all, you need to clean out the dust of the packaging material. If you can see, some is on the area. Especially don't let the dust on the screen area. This is a hose for the resin refilling. They got some auto refilling the resin system. The next thing you need to do is looking some this rubber feet, because it's underneath the screw here. The rubber feet is right under this screw. So if you loosen it too much, the rubber feet may get falling down. So you need to tighten a little bit and place the rubber feet underneath there. Oh, it's just falling off quite easily. So after we cleaning the printer inside, we can prepare to install the resin bag. First of all, you need to put the resin refilling hose on the side, checking if the rubber feet is underneath the screw. Underneath the resin bed, it's actually a plastic sheet. I don't know if you can hear it or not. And carefully placing the pin back. into the place and slide it in carefully. Put the resin bed as far as possible to the left side, because on here, this is the resin level detector, so this should not get away for the resin bed on the top to raising and lower down. The rubber feet is loosening on this side, also on this side too. So this is not a good design. The rubber feet is really easy to get lost. So when you're pushing it as far as possible from this side and also from the left side, then you can tighten the screw to firmly fix it. You need to tighten the 4 screw. After tightening the 4 screw, we need to attach these 2 cables. On the right hand side, this cable is for the heat detector, also for the heating the resin bed, because they need to heating up the resin to over 30 degrees to be it's optimized for the curing. And on this side, this is the resin level detector. It's these 2 things. I will show you on the close-up. Then we need to insert the resin level cable. They have 2 pins, so you need to line it up to the socket. To line it up, you need to turn the cable until you hear a kick. Then you can try to push it in. Then you need to pull the cable away. Make sure the cable is not on the top of the resin bed, because the resin painting bed will be moved up and down. Then you need to put the resin refilling hose into this small hole. So insert the hose like this and put it on the side. Put it on the side so it doesn't get in the way of the painting bed. Then next we can install the right hand side resin bed heating cable. Same as the other side. We can install it and turn it, and try to put the cable on the side, because you need to see the reading on the indicator of the temperature when you turn on the power. On the back side of the printer, you can see this power socket for the main power, and this is the main power switch, printer bed heating. So this is the switch for the printer bed heating. For the cold weather or cold season, you can turn it on to automated heating the bed. So, but if you're in the summer, the degree is around 30 degrees or something, maybe sometimes you don't need to turn it on, because if you turn it on, the paint bed may be heating too much. And on this side, there's another switch. This is for the pump. This is for the auto resin filling, the pump. Moving her a little bit, we can see there's 2 fans. That's for the ventilation. They will sucking the air outside, also cooling down the inside the timber if necessary. Also, there's 2 small holes here. Installing this bottle holder. The bottle holder is for the resin to hold it on here, so they can auto refilling by drawing all the resin to the pump. You need to remove the 2 nuts to insert in here. So you can see maybe the 3D printed part is shrinking. I don't know which is the problem, but you can see their part is not so accurate. The screw hole is not really lined up. Finally, I need to enlarge the hole on the 3D printing part to make the screw to get in full. I am putting the nut on the inside of the printer. So this is their resin bottle. It's 100 ml or 1 kilogram. So it's meant to be put it upside down on here. Then this is their pump hose for the resin. If you remove the cover, you can see there's a pointy plastic things. It's meant to be punched through this rubber cap. So when you're upside down, you will be sucking the resin out of the bottle to the pump, and from the pump to the inside of the resin. So you're putting the resin bottle like this. So you will hold it on the back of the printer and punch through the resin hose to the pump. Let's take a look at the printer. It's got a 6.5 inch of LCD touchscreen. And it's around 64 centimeter high or 25.5 inch high. And it's around 35 centimeter width, 14 inch width. It's got a magnetic closed door, but it's not really good quality. It's already quite easy to lose. Also, it's got automated lighting inside. So when the door is open, you can see, when the door is open, it lights up. It's got a small LED strip underneath here to lighting up the printer when they open the door. It's got double guide rail, so it's much more stable on the seat direction, on the up and down direction, than other printer if they only got one railing. So the next thing we do is going to install the printing bed. So firstly, we need to loosen the 4 screw on the side so it can be freely moving. Then we need to testing the homing position is function normally. And we keep the homing so you can confirm it. You see as is slowly getting down to the homing position. On here there's a homing sensor detector. It will sensing the homing of the. So right now you can see automatic stop on the sensor. In the progress, if anything go wrong, you need to hit the red button to stop. That's emergency stop. So right now we keep going up to make room for install the resin bed. When you finish to going up, we can insert the resin bed. So when you're installing the printer bed, make sure this edge is touching this edge, so it's firmly in the place. Then we can tighten up the knot on the top. Then we can kick the homing again. Then you need to confirm it. There's nothing in between. Otherwise, if anything in between or some kind of painting you haven't carried out, you will crash down to the screen. You can be damaged the screen. So we confirm it and just go down to the home mill again. And the next step is we need to tighten up the screw, so make sure the bed is completely fitted with the screen. So we push down on the pinion bed, and we slightly tighten up the screw first. We tighten up the diagonal side first, so it's more easy to leveling. Don't get it too tight first. And finally, we give it a finally tighten. Just make it reasonably tighten. Don't force it too much, otherwise you may ruin the screw fit. Another part we try to look at is heating back. So right now it's around here, the indicator. Right now it's not turning on. So when I turn it on, you can see it flashing. If I turn on the light, you can see more clearly. It's got a button. You can use the arrow to set up the temperature for yourself. But otherwise, you should keep the minimum of the 35 degree. If it is over the 35 degree, the fan should be kicked in. So otherwise, if the temperature is too high, I just suggesting you don't turn on the heating back, because I found sometimes when the printer is turning on long enough, pushing the temperature up to 41 degree or something. So after we install the printer back, we go back to another function to test it. Click on the go back and click on the tools. There's a function called stirring the resin. Keep on the starting tool. So what does it mean is stirring the resin? Is just the resin bed is going up and down and up and down, especially in the cold weather. If you're using the heating bed, the resin may not be heating evenly. So you can use this function to going up and down to stirring the resin to make it heating evenly. Or sometimes the color is in the resin is now missing thoroughly. So you can use this function to stirring the resin. So I put a printer on the right table. I put some plastic wrapping for protecting the table in case the resin is leaking. So we now to install the resin. Then we put the resin upside down through the hole. Then we remove the protecting cap. Then we punch through the resin cap. It's not easy. So right now, you can see the resin is coming through. This is for the air to go inside. If it's began to leaking a little bit, even by the gravity, it's already leaking a little bit. I don't know, put some tape on it will help or not. So this is the resin level sensor. You can see it's moving, can be moving up and down. So when one is floating up too high, the auto refueling will stop. When one is lowering up too low, the auto resin refueling will be starting. So let's turn on the pump, see is working. You can hear, hear the pump is pumping. You can see the resin is filling right now. It's actually refueling quite fast. This is how I'm filming the video. You can see the microphone, the lighting, and the tripod here. I will turn off the light, so I think the light is not really good for the resin because eventually it's killing by the light. On the back of the resin tank, let's see does it still leaking or not. You can hear the fan noise. It's stopped around 17 minutes. This is the level of resin auto refilling. The magnetic door is losing. One of the metal is already losing, so the door is not really closing. So temporarily, I just put some tape on it to temporarily close it. I got a USB from the factory. Then we go to the document. Use a USB. We see that. Then it began to showing a percentage of the painting. Because the summer day is quite hot, so I haven't turned on the back heating. And here is showing 800 layer. You can also hear the fan noise is kicked in, so I believe the fan is working. My microphone got a noise reduction, so I turn up the microphone so you can hear how loud is the noise. This is the normal microphone. You can hear the noise level. There's some finished painting. Let's take it out. When you try to take out the build plate, try to dripping the remaining resin on the inside the tank first. Then we try to get it into this washing tank of alcohol and acetone. It's drop inside, so we just let's wait for 10 minutes. This one is the so-called dirty bath because it's mainly to dissolve the major resin on the painting. Then we change into a so-called cleaning bath. This one is just for the final cleaning of the resin in the surface of the painting. So we got it washed enough time. Let's take it out. Drop the painting in the container. I think this handle is a good idea from the farm tool, so you don't need to get your hand dirty to wash it and then take the pin out. Then we put this trailer back to the dirty bath, so it's ready for the next time. Then we go to put the water inside this to wash out the alcohol. Then we use some paper towel to dry it a little bit, and put it inside the queuing oven. This is a DIY queuing oven with a very powerful LED light. I have another video showing how to DIY this, so you can find another YouTube video I have done, link in the description. So let's UV light to queuing it. The painting come out quite nicely, I think. Should be all successful. And it's also emptied the resin bottle. All the resin been drawn into the tank. There's some layer separation on this area. Not sure why. Maybe when the paint to this layer, the next layer is not sticking on the previous layer. Maybe the temperature change, because when I painted this during the night, it's raining, so maybe the temperature drop rapidly. So there's some change in the resin temperature, so affecting this. But I'm not sure why it's happening. Otherwise, this one is finished quite good, because you can see from here also this layer is sticking together, but it's got a line. showing something not really right on this layer. This out basically is everything is okay, except here is some missing layer, and also on the fit is a missing layer. It's separate on here. It's quite weird. But basically, overall, it's a nice quality painting.